Secretary to Government of India, DOI, Sri Manoj Joshi garu. Please welcome. Welcome and let us join hands together, sir. We are just offering notice also. And I invite Special Chief Secretary and CCLA, Revenue Government of Andhra Pradesh, Srimati G. Jayalakshmi garu, IAS, onto the dais. Let us join hands and let us celebrate this occasion that we are just witnessing this wonderful people on the dais. And I invite Sri Kunal Satyarthi garu, Joint Secretary, DOI, Government of Andhra Pradesh, onto the dais. And I request Sri N. Prabhakar Reddy garu, IAS, Additional CCA and Director Service Settlements and Land Records, Government of Andhra Pradesh, onto the dais. Welcome, sir. So, I take this privilege to invite our Honorable MLA garu, Pratipadu, Sri B. Ramajanel garu, onto the dais. Let's welcome him with a great round of applause. Welcome, sir. Sir, welcome. As a token of just we are providing you and we are honoring you with a beautiful flower bouquet. Welcome, sir. Let us join hands together to express our happiness. Welcome, sir.
ఇప్పుడు ఎమ్మెల్యే ఫోటోగ్రాఫర్ గారు
This is
ఇందాక
a
సీసీలో
very meaningful occasion that we are going to have the ideas and the technology and the latest developments also to be exchanged. And let us start this program formally with the lighting of the lamp, sir. Please, I request all the dignitaries to participate in the lighting of the lamp, which is a formal and shows our tradition of India. I request all the dignitaries to participate in that. Respected Honorable Union Minister of State for Rural Development and Communications, Government of India, Sri Dr. Chandra Sekhar Pemmasani, with his divine hands he is starting that. Lighting a lamp signifies the dispelling of darkness and the awakening of knowledge. It is a symbol of purity, prosperity and auspicious beginning. To mark the beginning of our workshop on survey resurvey under DILRP, we now invite our esteemed dignitaries with their hands and divine hands they are starting this. And let us join hands together on this beautiful and auspicious occasion to celebrate.
Support from you is most required.
Thank you so much, sir. Now let us continue this program with the welcome address by Dr. N. Prabhakar Reddy garu, Additional CCA and Director Survey, Settlements and Land Records, Andhra Pradesh. Welcome, sir.
It's privilege to
bro వెనకరా బ్రో తమ్ముడు
who cast
మరి ముందుకెళ్ళబాబు
and I invite Honorable Union Minister Sri Chandra Sekhar Pemmasani, who is supporting continuously the research project, and I invite Sri Manoj Joshi garu, Secretary DOI, who started this Naksha and Swamitra in a big way, and I invite Sri Ramanand garu, Honorable MLA, who is so knowledge and supported to the system, and Honorable JS Garu, and our Special Chief Secretary, Srimati Jayalakshmi Garu, who is leading the resurvey project in this state. This resurvey from Andhra Pradesh to entire country will make dispute-free lands to the landowners, and the support from the central government is abnormal. Earlier only project-based, development-based schemes were there. First time we have seen the support to the land administration to upgrade the technology. They are supporting. They are giving incentives to the states. They are encouraging, even though land is state subject. It's really great, and I thank the Government of India, DOMR, to make this survey of urban, rural, agriculture, all lands. So, with this, welcome once again all the dignitaries. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I take my privilege to invite Shri Kunal Satyarthi, Joint Secretary, LR and Department of Land Resources. Status of survey, resurvey under AILRMP and proposed new scheme. Welcome, sir.
Good afternoon. In the morning, I welcome Honorable Minister, Mr. Chandra Sekhar Pemmasani. It is your idea, sir, that we are all here. They are making a presentation to again about the service of the country. And they told let's learn from each other and let the invitation that everybody should come to our presentation. It will be held in group, and we are here just 1 month after your instruction. So welcome to you in your own areas, and the whole country is here for you. I am the Minister, my secretary, and all the officers from senior officers from Andhra Pradesh for taking this onerous responsibility of hosting all of us in this beautiful place. So with the permission of the Honorable Minister, there is a small presentation of 10 slides. It's just about, I know it is important to be, but I just want to provide the national picture about the whole word about survey, what we mean, why we are struggling, and what we are able to achieve. So it's very, and everybody is in the same group. I was telling the secretary when I was reading the files, I saw that every state and union territory in the country has got money sanctioned for research, and not even 5 or 6 of them have moved inch or a mile to gather it. So that is what I will portray. And under the leadership of Secretary, we are drafting a new proposal on research survey for the next 5 years and show that proposal also. It's not launched, but I just take ideas about it. So this is the kind of city I see from window. This is Guntur, and we want to do survey for the Naksha for such kind of a situation, and we need to have technology, manpower, which can do this for us, and the land titles are being clear. So what we have achieved so far is enormous in the last 10 to 15 years. 98%. So it's like you put report card of a meritorious student in 10th or 12th class. All the report of rights are digitized, all the cadastral maps are digitized, almost, except the Northeast India, where we don't have cadastral maps. They are integrated, 89% survey staff offices are online, paperless, 72% villages, cadastral maps are linked to record of rights. We are working on that direction. Fully, Guadana has been generated for around 30 crore land parcels. We have around 90 crore land parcels in the country. So great work. The only minus of the red light is that in survey component, only 12% progress in the country under the DR.RAJAKUMARI program in the last 50 years. And no, it's extremely complicated. So we understand that. So why at times people say no, we don't want to do survey. We will survive without this. So why you want to do it? One is that the cadastral maps are become totally outdated. They are not in sync with the record of rights. We are hearing 4 presentations this morning, and people put record of rights is absolute truth. Cadastral map is not the truth. So So whatever is recorded in the record of rights is the legal position. Cadastral maps have not kept sync with time, both in area, boundary, ownership, and tracking. The value of map has become enormous 20 years back, or 40 years back, or 100 years back. So that's important. Then now there is a ability of precise and very easy, very lightweight, very precise technology that can do with 5 cm precision. Then everything is important, and as I showed earlier, there is a little progress in the program. So moving ahead, these are the 3 methodologies prescribed in the current guideline. We can do it by aerial and hybrid drones, or aeroplanes or choppers. The first one is by HRSN. We saw a presentation of Rajasthan on satellite imagery. We saw a presentation of Assam, which is both aerial and satellite imagery. We have not seen a presentation only of ATS DGPS. That means you take a traditional instrument, go to every land parcel and measure every land parcel. Not many states, mountain states, Himachal, Sikkim, they are doing ATS DGPS. So not to read this, but this was a surprise to me also. All the 36 states and union territories have sanctioned amount lying under survey component, not now, since 2008. Some of them are as old as 2008. Everybody went to the government of India and told we want to do survey. Only the red ones, I don't know the color, in both the screens are different, are the ones which have moved a bit, a lot. So Andhra, Assam, Bihar, and the others have not been able to move forward at all. I'm not going into details of all the presentation. Gujarat was the first one to go ahead. Haryana is just moving now with drone technology. Gujarat went with ATS DGPS long time back, almost 10 years back, and stopped in the middle. Bihar did flying 10 years back, and now it is moving on ground truthing. Assam is a late starter, but good catching up. Andhra is also got the sanctions in a long time back, but have started now. So this is the variability in the country. You can look at the list and numbers and testing. So that's the total sanctioned amount. Karnataka, Kerala, Ladakh, Madhya Pradesh. Others have not moved or moved very little. We can't measure those movements on the graphs. Odisha and Rajasthan. Odisha started 5 districts. They have stopped now. Rajasthan has taken on full throttle now onwards. Sikkim is trying to move. But around 2,850 crores has been sanctioned for this component of survey in last 10 years. And funds have been dispersed for 1,000 crores. The total DRNP program is 875 crores. So we are carrying a legacy of the old programs of National Land Records Modernization Program also, but not moving. Now, just to give a sample, Andhra Pradesh, so 8, 11, 12, 14, 4 sanctions. 5 districts, 6 districts, 3 districts, nothing happened. And amount released was in 2014. 22 onwards, there is huge scale. And the technology also changed. HRSI, satellite imagery, went to ATS DGPS, came back to aerial, now it is by aerial. So this is the, just to give a glimpse, I have a slide for every state, but I'm not having any intention to present them. But this is the kind of scenario that has happened in the country. So modern survey, the new program that we're writing, aerial survey is easy to do and is low cost. But it is, as Sir was saying, Secretary Sir was saying, flying is so easy. Fly and get image. The difficult thing is taking out the instruments, going to the community and trying to measure the land in front of him. Feature extraction is easy, can be done by artificial intelligence and machine learning. Private sector involvement in the states which have happened have done magic. You can't keep on saying staff nahi and all that. So private sector involvement in flying, in using technology, in surveying, extremely critical. But a lot of states went totally private sector way and lost the path because they could not have a conversation with the villages. So revenue staff is also critical to have the administrative role of talking to the people. Then ground truthing is the core area. Almost 80% time, energy, money, technology is used in ground truthing and the political and administrative interest to do the whole process and community involvement. Some of the important features of modern survey. Now what we are trying to do currently under the leadership of MO Sir and the Cabinet Minister and Secretary, as Sir was saying, we want to have a center-led program to do survey. The earlier programs have not worked. Aerial survey, as in Naksha, would be centralized by a private third-party agency. We'll code the program, will be the nodal focal point. There would be a centralized WebGIS platform with cloud hosting. No more hosting things in the hard disk or at the state headquarter level. This would be a mission-based approach, and we want to do it in phases. So there's a lot of impetus now. We made a 5-year program. The impetus is to do it in 2 years. And special central assistance will keep on flowing, 5,000 crores every year. If you do certain incentives movement. We'll also keep on incentivizing this year and the next 2-3 years also. What we have tried to do now is the total area of the country is around 32.87 lakh square kilometer. Total agricultural land is around 14, almost half square kilometers. So we have been slightly cautious. 20% area we want to take in 2 years. Agricultural land. Swamitra is for rural habitations. Naksha is for urban habitations. For agricultural habitations, we want to take 20% of the land and complete this program in the next 2 years. And we want to start this year. We are not even waiting for next financial year to roll in. And the funding would be quite liberal at around 45,000 rupees per square kilometer plus project management unit plus equipment cost to be borne, 100% borne by the Government of India. The program we are conceptualizing now is around 3,000 crores. And this is still under discussion. We'll also make the program wiser from discussions with the states that we are having today and tomorrow. And we are supporting both aerial hybrid and also pure ground truthing. So around 2,380 crores. You can see the components briefly. This is what we're writing. We can improve the program by hearing all the states. We can also cross-learn from the states. Land is a state subject. So survey by aerial flying, CORS network wherever required, rovers, centralized platform, GIS labs. We don't have much GIS labs in the states right now. We are seeing pictures of Assam having a GIS lab. Karnataka has a GIS lab. Andhra has a GIS lab. But most of the states in the country don't have a GIS lab. We want to support that because it can't be left to ever. So only the staff portion and the will has to come from the state government. Storage space and evaluation studies and program management unit. We also carrying forward around 660 crores proposed right now. This is all under discussion for doing the pending good work of the LNP program. So one major component is digitization of all legacy records of registration offices and make it searchable by creating metadata. Second is digitization of legacy records of revenue offices and make them searchable to be downloaded by the citizens of the country. Computerization of revenue codes, which are very cumbersome right now. You spend many years going to revenue codes for small things. Computerization and process re-engineering to make the revenue codes more faster. Make them judicious, if not judicial. They all become very judicial currently and almost like a judicial courts. So that's the third one. And fourth is putting mobile number, Aadhaar number, address into the ROR. RORs currently have only name in the villages. So this is very briefly, a very brief presentation about what is the problem, what looks like a way forward, and what we are trying to propose. Now this presentation is can be debated, we can open this tomorrow for discussion, but this is what I thought I'll present before this in the inaugural session. So that's it all from my side. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I have the honor of inviting our esteemed guest, Ms. G. Jayalakshmi Garu, Special Chief Secretary, Revenue Department and Chief Commissioner of Land Administration, Andhra Pradesh. Welcome, ma'am.
A very good morning to all the dignitaries and all the participants from the various states. I welcome the Honorable Minister of State for Rural Development and Communication, Dr. Chandra Sekhar Pemmasani Garu, Honorable Minister for Revenue, Shri Anagani Satyaprasad Garu, respected Secretary DYLR, Shri Manoj Joshi Garu, Joint Secretary, Shri Kunal Satyarthi Garu, and also the MLA, Shri Anjaneyulu Garu, and all the participants who are here, Principal Secretaries, Commissioners from the Department of Survey, Settlements, and also Land Revenue and Records. A very good afternoon to all of you, and we welcome all you to Guntur. I express my sincere gratitude to the Honorable Union Minister of State because I believe this is the first national workshop which is being conducted in Guntur, sir, for all these years, and recognizing Guntur also as a twin city of the other part of the capital. So I thank the whole ministry for that because we have all worked in Guntur, so we know how precious it would be for the people here to have such an occasion of having a national workshop and people coming here. So that's very thank you to gratitude to you, sir. And with regard to the entire session of resurvey and survey, where Andhra Pradesh stands, I think we have already had the presentation. So a few things that I would like to say is this whole project, as JS Garu had said, had started late, but then had made quite a bit of a good progress, and we have been able to resolve most of the issues which have been there of resurvey. And because of government of India's support of around 137 crores, and also state government has also spent more or less around 500 to 600 crore. With that kind of input that which we have given now, I think we have lot learned from the other states also here, and this workshop will help us to learn from the other states also the best practices and the best technology that they are using. So I'm sure this will be a very great learning experience. And because of such a kind of a foregoing kind of attitude in terms of resurvey, I thank the Union Ministry also, because they have approved us around 500 and odd crores as an incentive for this program, because we have fulfilled most of the parameters and milestones which JS had just shared with you. So I think for all other states, there is enough scope for us to tap that incentive. We are able to do this. And this is a very long-standing kind of a need, both from the farming sector also, because with the PM Kisan program and the various other loan programs which are going for the farmers, if we are having a data which is very clean and which is accessible through a digital mode, and that will be a very good starting point for any of the farmer to have the process of having loan clearance very easily, because in that very lot of factors are there where revenue department also plays a major role. I think this is by and large where the benefit will stand for the public. So I think this is one commitment that if all the revenue and the survey departments take forward, I'm sure the program of DOLR will be really successful across the state, and with a common platform and anybody else coming into the platform through their own plugin kind of a method which they are planning to evolve, I think it would be a very, very good starting point. With that note, I wish all the states the very best, and I am also assuring to the Government of India and the Union Ministry, whatever we have done so far is good, sir, but we have a long way to go to complete the other 8,000. And our plan is to complete it by 2027. For probably in that sanction, we might be needing some more money of around the initial plan that we had done was around 336 crore. With that request, I would request the Union Ministry to support the state in that aspect also, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And now it's my privilege to invite Sri Manoj Joshi, Secretary, DOLR, overview of current challenges in rural and urban land records and opportunities in land management topic.
Namaskar. Honorable MOS, Andhra Revenue Minister, Special CS, Andhra, MLA, Commissioner Survey, and our JS, and all the friends. Morning I spoke about the differences in survey methodologies in different states. Recently we had discussions about land records in other countries. We had discussion with Latvia, and also we had discussion with the Dutch cadastre people, how in other countries land records are prepared. Seeing that and seeing this type of land record system, we have a map, we have ROR, we have a registration system, we have a property tax system. We also have Aadhaar card, we have family Pehchan Patra type of systems, we have the details of family's address or phone numbers or email addresses. A lot of these are linked to each other through APIs and systems and all. But they look like a very disjointed system, which is not really a integrated system. What we saw in Latvia was that the land becomes the basic architecture on which land has a number and all those in the cadastre or in the map. On top of that, they obviously is written in that within that system who is the owner of that land and the details of the land. And with that owner goes the details of the whatever property taxes and other taxes they had to pay, as well as the details of the owner, and so with the owner's name, the property becomes a registration system. Ours is a deed registration system. Theirs is a sort of a title registration system. So on the base land stack, and on the top of that, owner's name, and on top of that, all other type of information is stacked. So in a way, the departments are different there also. The finance department runs the registration system. Local bodies run the property tax system. Cadastre or survey department runs the cadastre system. But the stack or the data system is integrated, though each department is maintaining separately. So if we bring that into our context, say in city when you are preparing land records for a house site, integration of the owner's details on that, building details, whatever property taxes are there, who are the people living in that house, their details, and they are consuming a lot of services like electricity, water. Government is giving them a lot of benefits also. So there is a need to now build a stack like that in the urban area. Similarly, like in rural areas, we are doing a survey and we are doing a swamitva. So are we linking those records that in the village there is a field, this person owns that field in the ROR we are saying, but there is a separate swamitva ROR which where that person is living in the Abadi area or habitation portion of the village. They are not linked to each other. Even in, I'm not very sure what we are doing in Andhra Pradesh, but in other states, in the ROR, we don't have the address details, we don't have the phone number, we don't have the Aadhaar number, we don't have the email address of the owner. So all these digital notices which we are talking about can't really go unless we have those details. So I think there is a time now. We have done wonderfully well of digitization, linking the systems, but probably we need to redesign the system so that integration becomes inherent, and one change in one aspect automatically makes the changes in all other aspects because they are linked. Not the way we are doing, say, registrar office checks up who is in the ROR and map who is the owner, and then allows the transaction, and then auto-generated request goes for mutation. It's an integration, but still there are different systems. We need to probably build a time has come when we are doing so much of work. We need to build based on the land stack as well as owner's details. We need to build the system based on that. Now, since we are doing a resurvey, this probably is the right time. Since we are doing the urban survey, this is the right time to build that stack. Once the disjointed systems are put in place, integrating them becomes it's a welding of the different parts rather than creating a single system. So it's a seeing what European countries are doing. It's a new thought process which we had, and we would like to hear from you also and work further on that, so that the further work which we are doing as part of resurvey or urban survey or whatever farmer's ID we are creating, all of that gets integrated into a single stack with the different layers. The way Honorable PM has done with the Gati Shakti and the different layers in one system, putting them together. I think on the land and owner details, we need to build that stack. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now, may I request our Honorable Legislative Member of Assembly, C.B. Ramanjanel Garu Pratipadu. Welcome, sir.
Welcome to National Seminar on Resurvey and Survey of Land Records and make it as a digital land records under Digital India. It gives me immense pleasure and most pride to have been associated in this national seminar, because this noble project is being implemented across the country under the able, effective supervision of our Dr. Pemmasani Chandra Sekhar Garu, Central Minister for Rural Development and Communication. And also, it is being implemented effectively under the able administration of our State Revenue Minister Satyagana Prasad Garu. Of course, my earlier colleague, Special Chief Secretary and CCLA J. Lakshmi Garu, and my colleague officer earlier Prabhakar Reddy Garu, and other dignitaries from central government departments, Joshi Garu and his colleagues. My dear friends across the country, we have attended this program. Fortunately, I have been in the process, both ends. As I belong to 95 batch IAS, I did 2 districts collectorship. After that, I joined in politics. I know each and both ends. What is the feeling of landowner? So I can say in one word, lot of things I can say, but only one word. Landowner is willing to give us 5 acres of land under donation for establishment of anything, but he or she doesn't give a scope, single cent of scope for deviation in the measurement or in the title. That is the sentiment of the landowner. Please take it in your mind while doing this project, because I have been in the process under 3 dynasties. Earlier dynasty, which is called part-time employees of Revenue Department, Reddy, Karanam, Patwari, village head. In those days, the land records were in the hands of those people, and the land other owners are facing lot of problems. We know that. After that, N.T. Ramarao Garu, who established Telangana Party, he abolished the system of part-time employees and take away the land records from the part-time employees to government employees. Now our CBN, Chandrababu Naidu Garu, even further he had a step to take away those records from the officers and give us in the hands of the landowners. This is the digital India. So any right can see his land particulars in his phone. He doesn't want to go any office to download the things. He can have, if he wants to download any certificate, he can download the certificate. This is very a noble project, I can understand. So once again, I welcome National Seminar on Land Records. So it gives me very much thankful to the organizers. We have given opportunity to speak few words. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. May I take this opportunity to invite our guest of honor, Sri Anagane Satyaprasad Garu, Honorable Minister of Revenue, Registration and Stamps of Government of Andhra Pradesh. Special address will be given by him. Let's welcome him.
Good morning, everyone. On behalf of people of Andhra Pradesh and our visionary leader, Sri Nara Chandrababu Naidu Garu, I take the privilege of inviting our chief guest, Sri Chandra Sekhar Pemmasani Garu, who is also MP from the Guntur Parliament, and Sri Manoj Joshi Garu, Secretary, Sri Kunal Satyarthi Garu, Srimati G. J. Lakshmi Garu, Sri Prabhakar Reddy Garu, Sri Ramanjanil Garu, and other dignitaries, esteemed guests, officials, and fellow participants. It's an honor to address this distinguished gathering at the National Workshop of Survey, Resurvey, and Naksha program. This platform serves a great opportunity to review progress, share innovations, and strengthen our commitment to land reforms and modernization. Upon assuming office, our NDA coalition government under the leadership of Chandrababu Naidu Garu pledged to ensure transparency, accuracy, and justice in land ownership. Recognizing the centrality of land to the dignity and livelihood of millions of farmers and landowners, we took immediate steps to review the existing survey systems. We found that previous administration, which has conducted the resurvey in haste, setting unrealistic targets and concluding the process in 6,688 villages within an unfeasible short time. If there were any grievances which we have to address, then those period, no time was given. Only 10 days or 15 days time was given for the farmers to appeal for grievance settlement. So previously it was done like that. But now, after we have taken the resurvey 2.0, our government initiated a corrective path and decided to relaunch. As per the directions of the Honorable CM, and as a revenue minister, I instructed the authorities to review each complaint. We have organized special Gram Sabhas in all the 6688 villages, and we got 2.8 lakh grievances received. And we have addressed them, and 100% we have resolved by approaching them, taking case by case, and resolving all the issues. To enhance transparency and build trust, we launched a pilot resurvey, selected one village per mandal in 628 pilot villages covering 13,41,513 acres. Resurvey was conducted with utmost diligence. These pilot villages served as learning grounds and helped us understanding practical challenges and to fine-tune our methodology. As Prabhakar said, each and every place, our people have gone, interacted with them. We have known what the basic reason why they are not happy. Then we have worked for forward and backward integration. Then we got the resolution and we got the solution for that. So pre-survey awareness campaigns and village level meetings are being organized to explain the survey process, the causes of boundary disputes and legal mechanisms and for their resolution. Each village was divided into blocks of 200 or 250 acres with a dedicated village resurvey team assigned to each block. Communication team is created for each village for effective communication. We had WhatsApp groups of 50 to 70 landowners, and we had, even while doing the resurvey, we had video calls also if the people were not in the town. So, and again also to ensure legal clarity, we have made sure that any discrepancies are addressed on the spot by the village survey team and with the revenue records properly showing to them. A Mandal mobile magistrate system has been introduced, ensuring that objections and appeals can be resolved within the village itself. Survey records are also been finalized only after the statutory period as mandated by the law. In further installation accountability, if any objection is raised against survey team's work, a different team is used to be assigned for that. Landowners are instructed to upload geotagging photos of their land also. Basically, this is a different this thing we have seen in last 11 months because this is not a political platform, but even otherwise also I really wanted to tell you what the resurvey happened in our state in the last 2 years and what's happening now. Because in the driven by publicity obsession, the previous government, they have spent around 770 crore rupees on the survey stones, what we put to encrypt their own pictures and their own government things. So we never go in that way because our government is a proactive and progressive government. Our Honorable CM, who has been thinking about digitalization those days. 1990s, he told about IT in Hyderabad. That time everybody laughed. But today, Hyderabad is today's position is because of that foundation laid by our Honorable CM Chandra Sekhar Pemmasani. Today he's talking about artificial intelligence. Definitely, future is artificial intelligence. So that way, we want to be a part of the innovative program set by the nation, the digitalization of total DIL-RMP. So we are doing it in a very practical way. Because as Joshi ji has said, as Prabhakar ji has said, as our Ramajan has said, it's an emotion. Every farmer, it's an emotion, it's a sentiment regarding land. So definitely we have to talk to him, we have to interact with him, we have to resolve the issue because he will not leave him 0.01 cent also without any particular reason. So we have to motivate him, create this thing, and also in future also, with the support of the central government, whatever things they are giving, DIL-RMP is giving, we definitely will give it all the this thing that they will be the owners of that particular piece of land. And our government, as I told you, we are very keen of giving, and we also given exemption of fees also for subdivision of land portions, and also in the proper usage of the incentives also. And I request also our Honorable Minister and the secretaries also to see that in the whole of India, whatever the incentives they are giving, that should be used for the enhancement of particular department. अपना घर पर सजाएंगे, बाद में दूसरों का घर सजाएंगे, आप इंसेंटिव पूरा आ रहा, पूरा डाइवर्ट होकर दूसरे डिपार्टमेंटों को जा रहा, जो अपना डिपार्टमेंट कुछ भी नहीं हो रहा. सो अपन अपना घर पे सजाएंगे, पहले अपना सर्वे का काम कराएंगे, अपना ड्रोन्स खरीदेंगे, अपना जो भी काम है, अपना पासबुक दे रहे जो भी है, अपना का रजिस्ट्रेशन ऑफिस में भी एनहांस करने के लिए kindly see that all the incentives is properly used only for this department. That's the only request what I have towards Honorable Minister and this thing. And once again, I thank each and every person. Definitely, we will see from our this thing that every farmer will get title deeds with QR codes, tamper-proof, transparent publicity, accessible records, geocodes, navigation, easier access to loans and welfare schemes, and also free survey for 7.7 lakh joint LPM cases, 16,387 out of 24,119 patta subdivisions have been approved. 1.5 lakh out of 1.8 lakh online subdivisions have been approved. Geocodes navigation enables users to be easily locate their land parcels. This way, we are definitely from our side will be up to the mark as the DRRMP thinks, and what they have got all the innovative ideas definitely will implement in the core areas of Andhra Pradesh, and definitely will see, give the better yield of will be the challenge. And thank you once again. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, sir, for attributing the land to the hearts of the people, and so heart-touching remarks of yours, and thank you so much. Now it is the time to hear from the most vital voice of this gathering. We are truly honored to have with us Dr. Chandra Sekhar Pemmasani, Honorable Union Minister of State for Rural Development and Communications, Government of India. Welcome, sir. You please give us a few remarks regarding this program.
Thank you. That was a good rapid fire speech, Satyaprasad Garu. Anyway, for all the Department of Revenue from Andhra Pradesh, my friend, colleague, and most lovable person, Sri Anagani Satyaprasad Garu, Minister of Revenue, and all the hardworking department people, Ms. G. Jayalakshmi Garu, Special Chief Secretary, and then Prabhakar Reddy Garu, and my constituency MLA, Sri Ramajanel Garu, and my wonderful Department of Land Records Secretary and Joint Secretary, Sri Manoj Joshi ji and Kunal Satyarthi ji, and for all the distinguished and accomplished officers that came from across the India, including 31 states and union territories, 5 centers of excellence, and Survey of India people, and MP State Electric Development Corporation, who involved in developing the software, and all the state officials, all of you, a very warm welcome, and thank you for taking the pain to come all the way to the Guntur. I hope Guntur has been treating you well, because this is a very warm place. Not only warm, it's quite burning with chilies around here. So I hope you will get to enjoy some delicious food, and this conference will be successful to you. And it gives me even more happiness because, Guntur has been quite neglected for a long time, and having such a high quality national conference in Guntur gives me a personal satisfaction. So when it comes to this conference, as you all know, land is not just a physical asset in India. It is a symbol of identity, security, and dignity. more than 90% of the people, the land and property is the single most valuable asset. However, still inaccurate or outdated land records have long been the root cause of widespread disputes, delays in development, and denial of justice. And if you look at it in the entire civil court structure, around 2/3, more than 60-70% of disputes are related to land. Even in apex courts, like Honorable Supreme Court, 1 in 4 cases are related to land disputes. Even as an MP, when I do grievances in my own constituency, majority of the complaints come to me for similar reasons. So these statistics do represent what's happening at the ground. I don't know how many of you know who I am, but I was in US for 25 years. I went to US in year 2000. I bought my first house in year 2005 there. So the process was, I chose a realtor who showed me several houses. I picked a house. We're going to buy this house. And some price was set. Then he told me, sir, today there will be a date, we are going to close the house. He gave me a date. Then he said, okay, what all do I have to do? Because I remember the registration process of India. Where do I have to come? How much time I have to spend? What are all the things I need to do? He said, no, you don't have to do anything. You just stay between 11 and 12 at your house. This is what they told me. So 11 o'clock, 3-4 people came, a title company, a government official, and my realtor. They handed me 10 papers to sign, one for insurance, and all these that I verified the house is in good condition, all that stuff. I signed in 5 minutes. They asked the check. I gave the check. They gave me the keys. The entire process happened in less than 15 minutes for me. I was literally shocked. How can this whole system can work like this? But the idea, I mean, why can't we do these things in India, right? And obviously, India has progressed quite a bit since that time. And with visionary leaders like Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi ji, or my cabinet minister, who has done an exceptional job in Madhya Pradesh, land records digitization. And we are giving the technology to the world. And we have some of the brightest minds in this room. I mean, brightest minds, you are all the IAS officers, all the people that have worked so hard to get into these positions. Everybody is there. The only thing that's missing here and there is the political willpower that we want to do it and we want to make it 100%. So, as they have said, there are several components. We have done a good job in right of records. More than 90% has been completed. The survey and resurvey is the main thing that's pending. As Kunalji has mentioned, these were done 100 years ago, right? British 1880 and 1915. And some states like Northeastern and Union Territories, there were never original cadastral surveys. And I understand there are some issues. When you try to do it, there are a lot of manpower issues, administrative issues, and you have to deal with all the disputes, and you have to have a mechanism to resolve them in a quickly, time manner. So these are all the issues. We understand that. But the government is central government. That is why the central government has taken this initiative. States have to spend zero amount of money. We're giving all the money to perform the activities. And it's probably, there are very few situations where an incentive is given for doing the job what you are supposed to do. How many programs does that? And we must appreciate the government of India, whether, finance ministry, Modi ji, or my department people, to come up with these great ideas and doing it in a positive reinforcement manner. So there is no reason, in my view, that we should not be able to complete this in a timely manner. Now the technology is even more accurate. The Andhra Pradesh has given me, in a presentation, I looked at it, less than 1% variation. And the cost is less than 10% compared to the historical way we used to do by using the latest technologies. So I hope, and if you look at Andhra Pradesh, we came 10 months back into the government. We noticed that this program exists in rural development. So I talked to all of our people, and they were able to do quite a few villages, more than 6,000 villages within within 1 year. And they draw close to 300 to 400 crores incentive package. I mean, it's a free money in my view. So I hope and I wish you do that. And then the Naksha program. So not only